Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a really interesting topic. Marvel characters with powers that come with a curse. From Cyclops' uncontrollable optic blast to Wolverine's immortality. These heroes' abilities come with some serious consequences. But despite the burdens they bear, they continue to fight on. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment below with your thoughts. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Let's get into it. Wolverine Logan. Wolverine is one of Marvel's most iconic characters, with the ability to heal quickly and an adamantium skeleton, making him nearly immortal. However, this regeneration is also a curse because he is forced to live with the memory of his violent actions and the pain of a past full of suffering. Although he is immortal, Wolverine cannot escape the scars, both emotional and physical, from the life he has lived. Wolverine's healing ability, while allowing him to survive fatal injuries, also means he is trapped in a constant cycle of pain because his body never fully escapes the damage he has endured over the years. His immortality also makes him an eternal witness to the changes around him, and he is forced to live with the guilt of being a weapon. Magma, Amara. Magma is a young heroine from the X-Men who has the power to manipulate and control magma and heat from the earth, allowing her to generate explosions and create flows of lava. While her powers are powerful, they also represent a curse. Amara often struggles to control her abilities, which can become destructive if she is not calm or focused. The power of the earth also requires a lot of energy, which can physically and emotionally drain her. Magma's internal conflict revolves around the difficulty of controlling her powers without causing harm. Her explosive nature makes her a potential threat, and she is constantly challenged to master her instincts. Magma's struggle for self-control is a central part of her journey, as she seeks balance between her powers and her humanity, trying to find her place in the world of the X-Men. Multiple Man, Jamie Madrox. Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man, has the ability to create duplicates of himself. Each duplicate has a version of his mind and abilities, but eventually returns to his original form, bringing back the experiences gained. His power, while useful, is a curse because he constantly faces the dilemma of knowing who he truly is and how his copies impact his psyche. When the duplicates return, he experiences all their emotions and experiences, which can be emotionally draining. This multiplicity also makes it difficult for Jamie to establish a unique identity, as the experiences of his duplicates can be conflicting. Furthermore, he doesn't have full control over how many duplicates he creates or when they return. Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange. Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, possessing vast knowledge of mystic arts and the ability to manipulate dimensions and cosmic forces. However, his powers come at a great cost. He constantly faces the risk of losing his sanity when dealing with forces beyond human understanding. His journey as the Sorcerer Supreme is marked by emotional and mental challenges, as alternate realities and dimensions can deeply affect him. Additionally, Doctor Strange also faces an inherent loneliness in his position. As the protector of realities, he is constantly dealing with cosmic and multidimensional threats while carrying the weight of decisions that could affect the fate of the entire universe. The responsibility of being the Sorcerer Supreme, combined with the risk of succumbing to mystic forces, turns his powers into a curse that requires constant vigilance and sacrifice. Jean Grey, Phoenix. Jean Grey, one of the most powerful telepaths and telekinetics in the X-Men, is also the host of the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity with powers beyond imagination. The Phoenix grants Jean immense power, but also brings a curse, as the Force is unpredictable, and in moments of loss of control, it can lead to destruction. Jean's struggle to maintain control over the Phoenix Force is a constant battle, as the infinite power it grants her makes her vulnerable to corruption and chaos. Her connection to the Phoenix also places her at risk of becoming a threat to the universe. In some versions of her story, Jean loses control of her powers and becomes a destructive force known as the Dark Phoenix. This duality between heroism and destruction defines Jean's journey, as she seeks balance and control while dealing with the immense responsibility of containing one of the most powerful forces in the cosmos. Hulk, Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner, the alter ego of the Hulk, lives tormented by an uncontrollable transformation that occurs whenever he becomes angry or stressed. This curse manifests as the Hulk, a gigantic and incredibly strong version of Bruce, causing destruction wherever he goes. While the Hulk is nearly invincible, Banner's inability to control the transformation puts both the hero and those around him in danger. The fear of what the Hulk might do turns Bruce's life into a constant nightmare. Bruce's suffering goes beyond his transformation, as he also carries the guilt of the consequences of his actions when he becomes the Hulk. He lives with the pain of being unable to control his emotions and the destructive consequences his other personality brings. While his strength is an advantage when facing threats, the curse of the Hulk is a constant reminder of the cost of his powers and the internal battle Bruce fights to maintain his humanity. Nightcrawler, Kurt Wagner. Nightcrawler, one of the most charismatic members of the X-Men, is known for his ability to teleport, disappearing and reappearing in distant places in seconds. However, his power is also a curse because his appearance is demonic, with dark blue skin and a muscular, agile body, but with frightening features. He often faces fear and prejudice from people around him who see him as a threat because of his appearance. His teleportation ability is a valuable tactical advantage, but it also carries a significant emotional weight. Nightcrawler struggles to accept who he is, often feeling excluded and disconnected from others, even within the X-Men. His internal struggle between his appearance and identity is ongoing, and his power, though useful, only amplifies this personal and emotional dilemma. The Thing, Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm, a member of the Fantastic Four, is a hero with superhuman strength due to his transformation into a rock-like creature, the Thing. While his physical strength and resistance are impressive, his monstrous appearance is a curse that he cannot control. Ben struggles with social rejection and the loss of his humanity, which makes him feel disconnected from his former life and the humanity he values so much. Additionally, the Thing lives with the constant pain of his appearance and the limitations it imposes. Despite being a hero and a key member of the Fantastic Four, he always feels the weight of loneliness and discomfort from being considered a monstrous figure, which makes his journey even more challenging. His strength is both a blessing and a curse, as he is forced to live with the consequences of this physical and emotional transformation. Black Bolt, Blackagar Boltagon, the king of the Inhumans, has the ability to unleash destructive sound blasts from his voice. A mere whisper can cause massive destruction, making him a potential threat to anyone nearby. His curse is precisely this, an incredible power, but with a high cost, as he must live in total silence to avoid disaster. The need to communicate in other ways isolates him and places him in a challenging position, complicating his interactions and leadership. His condition forces him to live under constant pressure to maintain control. As king, he also carries the responsibility of protecting his people, but his own nature makes it impossible for him to communicate normally. The curse of his voice is a heavy burden he bears, and although his loyalty to his people is unquestionable, he is always reminded that his own powers could be his greatest threat. Cyclops, Scott Summers. Cyclops, a member of the X-Men, has the ability to emit powerful optic blasts from his eyes. However, these powers cannot be naturally controlled by him. Whenever his eyes open, he fires uncontrollable beams of energy, which forces him to wear special glasses or a visor to contain the energy. His power, while incredibly strong, is a curse because he lives with the constant fear of accidentally causing destruction, which makes him a reserved leader who is always cautious. This rigid control over his powers also affects his personal life and relationships with others. His inability to control his ability, combined with the burden of being the leader of the X-Men, makes Cyclops a solitary figure. His life is marked by a constant dilemma to protect the world and his friends while trying to avoid becoming a threat to everyone around him. And that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel's most powerful characters and the curses that come with their abilities. It's always fascinating to explore the complexities of these heroes and how their powers shape their lives, for better or worse. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. Also, feel free to drop a comment below, sharing your thoughts, or any characters you think should be on this list. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the latest content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.